I'm so confused. I saw my banker friend at a spa and sat with him to chit-chat, but he said, cannot, I'm working. I'm like, working in a spa? Then I found out it's called remote working, not using remote control to work, okay? I also misunderstood. Remote working is when you can work from anywhere in the world and still get your job done and still get paid. Last time that was called irritating when you're on a beach in Bali and your boss calls you to ask you where you put the stapler. Now some people complain, they say Gen X and boomers have hustle culture where they work so hard it affects your physical and mental health. Yeah, I guess that sounds bad. But what about productivity? I agree, we should all work hard and rest harder. But the millennials and Gen Z have been trying to change the way we work since the pandemic. Is it good or bad? Really, I don't understand how people work these days. So, this is Kumar versus Work Culture. Centuries ago, work meant doing whatever was necessary for your family. It wasn't glamorous and there was no overtime pay. In the 1800s, work wasn't about survival. It was about production, quality, efficiency, productivity. Then came the 20th century with 9 to 5 working hours. Buildings sprouted up. The cubicle was born. And with it came work desks and dress codes. And then came the internet. And after that, the pandemic. You could work remotely from any part of the world. You could complain online, and soon everyone was talking about work-life balance. Working where you are most productive and happy. Hybrid working, 4-day work week. But have all these things blurred the lines between work and life? Have we combined work and vacation into vocation? Are we going too far? Will we lose our competitive edge? There are many things I don't understand about work today. Quiet quitting, work-life balance, hybrid working. What is all this? Work keeps changing, but are we changing with it? Did you know Singapore is ranked among the world's most overworked cities? Almost 50% of Singaporeans say they feel burnout at work. Over 60% of Singaporeans say work-life balance is more important than career progression. Over 40% of Singaporean employees would consider changing jobs for better flexibility and even a 4-day work week. But a recent survey revealed that 95% of employers are against implementing it, concerned about higher costs and reduced productivity. So can we strike a balance? Can we keep up with the changes happening around us? How do we stay competitive? I don't know. So let's get my intern Gigi to find out what you think. Let's hope she doesn't come back and ask me for overtime pay.
How do you think work culture has changed from the past and now?
In the past, my generation, you give them anything, they'll just do it dutifully. They even do more. It's simpler. So now, the colleagues that I have, I think they need love, they need tenderness, they need care. Without this, it's really challenging for us to bring the work forward. So it's really different attitude.
Work culture has definitely improved a lot. I mean, we're getting more work from home, and I think, in a sense, companies are more woke.
I think we're losing resilience. A lot of people I see quit very quickly. They crumble fast.
How do you think your work style differs between millennials and the boomers?
I believe for the boomers, consistency was very important. For us, it's kind of like gain this experience, move on.
What about Gen Z?
I really enjoy their sense of entrepreneurship.
They speak up more compared to the people last time.
They're more vocal.
Yeah, which I don't think is a bad thing. It's good to get feedback.
older people, I think, generally have a slave mentality to their jobs, maybe, I think so. Whereas the younger generation sort of prioritize other things like traveling or like work-life balance.
Because the boomers maybe came from a post-war generation.
Wow.
So whatever job that you have, just grab it. So they don't really care so much about what career.
For the millennials, right, maybe they go like office 9 to 5, it's like okay for them. But then maybe for us, we prefer to do like work from home because it like saves us a lot of time traveling. Then maybe we can be more productive at home because office maybe got more distractions.
Our time, the moment we are out of the army, we slot. Those days our CPF was like 25%. Money was good. This generation, most of the kids are being brought up in such a way, very comfortable. So in a way, they kind of slack a little bit.
Gen Z, I think we want to lepak more. Millennials are more about work. I think boomers, they don't want to rest.
Gen Z, they also work very hard. They are no longer happy with just the basic stuff. It's luxury lifestyle survival.
Older generations, they can change and they can be flexible. The younger kids, not all, but most of them, they tend to have their own way of thinking and it's very fixated. We have to follow them.
I mean, the boomers have a lot of experience and know how to survive in a company. Gen Zs, they are more open to different ways of working, you know, they promote mental health, and I feel that boomers can learn from the Gen Zs and then vice versa, you know.
So as Gen Alpha, when you go out and look for a job, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for something that I can grow in, experience new things basically, because I want to be able to learn from a job and not just do things and get paid for it.
Oh, I'm for it. Yeah, of course, because right now we have a child, so I think it's useful for singles who need to look after aged parents or someone who is in a family who needs the medical support. I think it's very helpful.
I think it's better for the employees but worse for the employers because they have to sort of succumb to the standards of like having work from home, flexible arrangements and more leave.
I hope this continues on because it's much more healthier, you know, in terms of mental health also. So I feel we are going to a more positive side.
I tell you, I really hate this work from home policy. You better don't show it to my colleagues, okay? Because every time when I try to find them, I couldn't find them. Where are they? So my point is, the person who work from home has to have a lot of discipline.
Do you think that they are really working hard? Or sometimes they're like spending time on social media?
Let's give them benefit of doubt, you know. I mean, because of the flexibility given, they have to show their work. So when you show your work, you're obviously working hard.
They can scroll on TikTok as long as the quality of work is still there.
Oh, so it's not like a 9 to 5. It's like you can do it anytime as long as you hand in your work.
Yeah.
Can I work for you? Because my boss is not that good. He's got me out here on 12-hour shoot days. Oh, she doesn't want. How to achieve work-life balance though?
Well,
So hard.
I don't know. I kind of slow down when the moment I tell myself, oh, I don't think I can do this anymore. Sad to say, I've seen friends who have slot. They make so much money, end up in a hospital, then what? You start to realize what is your priority.
I mean, I try to complete my work in the amount of time given to me every day. And I try to be more organized so that my weekends are free.
Work hard at the same time and play hard. Go gym, go run, do whatever I like.
Maybe ignore all the messages from work so I won't get any notification from them. That is work. That's a tomorrow problem.
Retire every day. Yeah. Think about, what makes you happy every day.
Also need to find some kind of other enrichment or something that fulfill your heart and your soul.
Come to work and shift, then go home. That's it. Enjoy your life. Having a pint of beer.
Hey, I'm intern Gigi. I'm your dream worker. I work hard. I'm resilient. I have initiative. And I don't get paid enough for this crap. Anyways, we've got two teams here with us today. Are they team hardly working or team hard work? We'll find out. Intros, please.
Hi guys, I'm the hardworking Isabel.
Hi guys, I am Zaki. I have part-time job before. I know how to work.
Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl Miles and I am team Work Smart.
Hello, I am Shane and I have none of the qualities that Gigi just said she had.
Today we are playing Slay or Cray.
Slay or cray, okay.
Slay or Cray.
Okay.
I'll be asking you questions. You have 10 seconds to discuss write down your answers. Slay if you think that it's right, and cray if you think that it's wrong.
Okay. Okay.
Let's find out how much you know about work culture. Question number 1. Quiet quitting means putting in minimal effort at work.
Yep.
Slay or cray? 3, 2, 1. Answers, please.
Slay.
Slay.
You see, we are different generation, huh?
I'm quiet quitting right now.
I was so saying.
But you are quite
Noisy quitting.
noisy
is it?
quitting, I feel.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah.
Saki. Thank you for that. Slay is the right answer. Quiet quitting is when you put in minimal effort. Yes. Because honestly, you don't really want to be there, so you want to avoid burnout or dissatisfaction. Next question.
Yes.
The government mandates that employers offer a 4-day work week if employees vote for it. Slay or cray? 3, 2, 1.
Everyone agrees.
Wow, yeah.
Slay, slay. So you guys think this is true?
I know, I just would agree if that happened. I don't think it's true.
Nobody's understanding the question. Guys,
we're not.
I don't think we're the issue though.
Wow! It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. It's actually not true. It is not true. It is cray.
travesty.
There
No.
is talk about a 4-day work week, but it's not mandatory yet. Next question. The average Singaporean works more hours than the global average. Slay or cray?
Don't care about our sentiment. Remember, don't care about our feeling.
Answers in 3, 2, 1.
Slay.
Slay, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Slay is the correct answer. Both of you get points. Per global average, it's 35 hours a week. We work 43 hours a week on average. This is kind of like just up to you. No right or wrong, but I want to know why. That's where I'll grade you on. Which of these words annoy you the most? And what does it mean? A, circle back. B, robust. C, agile. D, synergize. E, leverage.
Only one triggered me. The first one. What about you?
What's the first answer?
Circle back.
Oh, can.
Yeah. You think so? Or do you feel
I
other
also
one?
no. All also trigger me.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I don't want to work. I want to be a tai actually.
Answers in 3, 2, 1.
Circle
Circle back.
Basically, it means that you did not get your point across in the first place, which means now you're wasting my time. Don't waste my time.
And also, every other word you said could have a positive spin on it outside
Like
the office.
agile.
When do you ever hear this?
Well, I totally agree with what they say.
Yeah, I feel like also if the meeting ends with circle back, it means that it was a useless meeting.
That's
Yeah.
right. Waste time.
It wasn't a well thought.
at all.
It wasn't a well thought out meeting.
Any answer is right, but both of you got the same answer, so we'll give you both points.
Double points.
Both points. Double
the
points. Corporate buzzwords will be the death of us. According to Singapore's Ministry of Manpower, what is the minimum break time in an 8-hour workday?
A was 15
I think
minutes.
so.
That's just
I
brutal.
always-
Okay, let's go
always
for
get
A,
this,
15 minutes.
so far.
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3 answers.
A.
60.
15.
The answer is actually 30 minutes minimum for an 8-hour workday. So neither of you are right.
I hope employees
So
don't
this
hear
is very Gen Z of you. And
Thank you to my previous company.
the winners of the work culture competition go to...
Since we're on the topic of work culture, let's talk to my panelists again. Welcome back, my beautiful people. Let's talk about work culture.
Well, there's different opinions, right? Obviously, a big debate is over hybrid working.
Oh, because I feel that when they work from home, I think they're not as constructive as they work office.
not? Why not?
Because the pressure to finish their work. When they're at home, they got a lot of distraction.
Yeah, actually, I think there was a study done that they're actually more effective at home.
They're more productive.
More productive.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But because a lot of people feel that remotely working also works because they can be anywhere around the world and still be working. That's why a lot of people have moved to Bali.
Digital nomad.
Digital nomad.
Nomad.
Nomadic.
Digital
But
nomad.
the problem I find is that a lot of people are getting also more stressed. Why? because remotely you are then contactable anytime, any day.
Yeah.
So I think apparently a lot of bosses are becoming more like, hey, you can do this for me now, anytime, any day, you know.
But that's why Australia has put a law that after working hours, you don't have to work.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
in
that.
France. Sharon Au
France
got
also.
scolded for asking about a simple question about what time to start
Oh,
the
I
next
read
day,
that.
remember?
In France.
In France?
Paris?
Yeah, because
So
she
they say that you- after-
texted after 10 p.m. or something like
After your working hours, you have an option whether to reply or not.
Which
Good
is
for
the right thing to do.
Which is the right thing to
Which
do.
is the right thing
But
to
is
do.
that good for the economy?
that. Yes, it's fine. We've been fine all this time.
No, but I think another thing is, yes, there's external pressure from the boss, but don't you find if y'all ever have had to work from home, that then you can't disconnect your workspace from your home
yeah.
space?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I feel like my laptop's always there. Let me just check my email. Then it's like, no, like then it blurs the lines.
My work cannot work from home.
You cannot do a comedy show over
You can.
over
You
Zoom.
can.
Zoom comedy.
TikTok. Yeah, you need to upgrade.
I want to do
No,
the.
imagine
I like the live.
Imagine
perform-
if we did this panel over like Zoom. It'd be very different.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll be
But
like.
they're watching us on a screen anyway.
But we're not watching each other on the screen.
Oh, you see, Gen Z entered the workforce during COVID. Everyone was working from home. So now they come out and they're like, oh, I want a hybrid working arrangement. Then companies and employers say,
The Gen
are you
Z,
crazy?
the Gen Z are lazy.
Dang, dang, dang.
Jang, jang, jang.
Change his mind.
Please don't be lazy.
Does everyone feel that way?
No.
That was a bit long, though.
No, I think there's different kind. There's this kind that works very hard, and there's this kind that just want fast money. You know, when they have a certificate, they want this amount of salary. They will not work for lesser, but they forget that to get promoted, there's hard work involved. But companies feel that they cannot get that kind of money because you don't come with an experience, zero experience, and yet you want that kind of money. I can't pay you. No, because the younger, the hardworking one should influence the ones who just feel that I sit down and just do this, I get 3,500.
Is it
Entitlement.
Entitlement. That's the wrong mentality.
Is there a perception amongst the younger generation that the world is so messed up? Why bother?
They always say, be Dilulu is the only Solulu.
Oh, you know that. I'm so proud of you.
Dilulu is the only Solulu. So now, you know what you should do? You should set up your own company, go to all the corporate offices in Singapore and teach them this.
The Dululu.
No,
To be
the
Dululu.
4-day work week, how we can be even more productive.
There was this one CEO, very young fella, and he put it out there, and of course it created waves because he said, I'm going to be very upfront with what I need from you when I'm recruiting. You're going to be working with me from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. You will not get a bonus until you prove yourself on a certain scale. You will not do this, But he had a huge number of people applying for the job.
Why?
Because I think a lot of people, when they were asked, some of them said, I'm actually quite bored with the feeling of I'm a snowflake, or this is my way of working.
What's a snowflake?
I don't want to work too hard.
Okay.
I don't want to work too hard.
My God, how you all know this?
People hurt me. So he wanted to just scrape away the whatever and go, I want the people who want to work hard and want to grow with me and my company. So that actually proves there's a group of people who actually are young and want to work.
Okay, now for work. Let's talk about 4-day work week. What do you think of it?
Well, she's for it.
Yes.
I think I'll stick to the traditional 5-day work week.
Because that's what you do, right?
No, but he doesn't work.
5 days a
You only
week,
work
right?
when you got a job.
Exactly, yeah. No, as in like, I just want the country to be more productive.
I think for Singaporeans, they're quite hardworking one. So I think 4 days will be fine. They'll be very productive and they know how to play hard as well. So the other 3 days, you get your work-life balance. I think that would be okay.
That's true. I think 4-day work week will encourage people to find their
Because
purpose.
your work is long hours.
No, find their purpose outside of work.
Charity work.
And maybe mental
help
health
the
will improve
community.
as well, yeah.
Yeah, more for the community as well.
So as an employer, I would say no. But as an employee, I would say yes.
So what do you want?
That's why I'm confused.
Okay.
Okay. But you see, like the 4-day work week, 80% of Singapore's corporate said they will not go for it. They're against the 4-day.
And again,
The employer?
Employer.
There actually has been studies done showing that their staff are more effective on a 4-day work week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because it's the culture here, right? So I think they don't want to.
They feel like they're paying you to work a certain amount a week. Why would I discount one day?
So then that goes down to a corporate culture issue.
Yes, that these people need to be educated.
This is something that a lot of corporates are now trying to do, is to fix their culture within their companies to foster trust.
Right now, I run my own business with my business partner, and we have a small team. As employers, there's a whole spectrum. You get MNCs, you also get very small businesses. And for a small business, I would say if we had to choose right now, 4-day work week or 5-day work week, I think I would still go for 5-day work week. Because with such a small team, one extra day can actually mean a lot more output. Because I used to work in a corporate job 10 years ago, and I would say back then, what I could do in 4 days and 5 days, almost the same, because there were so many processes and levels of bureaucracy to go through. But a small team, that one day is basically like from 4 days to 5 days, a 25% increase in work time, which can mean a lot.
Because nowadays also, I don't think they believe in working hard.
You don't believe?
No, the younger
It's no longer
generation.
hustle culture. It used to be like, I work until the day I die, I can sleep when I'm dead. But now they're like, I just want to lay back sometimes.
Is that something that maybe is good for the future?
I think there's a lot of companies now that are rehiring the older generation.
That's encouraged by the government.
Because they work harder?
Not even here.
Because they work harder?
Because they
Around
work
the
harder.
world.
The wisdom was previously not valued.
Yes.
You know, youth was valued.
But one thing about the Gen Zs, because I think, yeah, they do get a lot of flack for not wanting to work hard. But I think to cut them some slack also, I think just from observing and trying to understand the trends also, I think the older generation, including my generation, we were more okay with working hard even if we don't understand why. But for the younger generation, I think if you can align their beliefs, give them purpose, then I do think they can really work.
But I think work stress in Singapore is much too high.
Don't even go there.
Like my friends in the corporate world, they have so much stress when they come home from work. It's like, I don't even think a doctor in the ER comes home with so much stress.
Well, that's the company culture.
Again, corporate culture.
There's a lot of resentment, I think, from the worker who's like, I'm doing all this, but for what? To what end? Yes, I have the paycheck, but my life is horrible. And only when I reach, 65, 70, then I can retire and then enjoy my life. And you're too late to enjoy your life.
Yeah, too late to enjoy your life.
I think the young ones are like that. I want to enjoy my life.
Work-life balance is not there.
But so therefore, shouldn't we be following the young ones and say, work-life balance, have fun, love what you do.
Yes.
And even if you don't worry. You have time, you make time to have fun.
I'm very lucky.
So would you guys rather be stuck in a 9 to 5 where you really you hate your job, but it's making you tons of money, or would
No,
but
kidding,
what do you do
as compared to being in a job where it is truly your passion, but you're making like, let's say, half or like not even.
I think the passion.
ends meet.
I think the fact that we're all in media, probably our answers are the second one.
Answers already.
Yeah,
But
and
I
the thing
think-
is, like, even if you've got so much money but you have no time, and you're so stressed, then the money is for what?
Go therapy.
But it's also the practicality. People have to pay bills. This is Singapore.
Wouldn't you rather address the root
There's
cause
bills to be paid.
than apply
But then
a
I don't think we can
solution?
fault the people who choose the first thing also.
Yeah.
Right. If
I
they,
mean, they're thinking for their family, for themselves.
Yeah,
to
and maybe
make-
they're okay 9 to 5, they just activate one part of their soul, if any, and then the rest of their life comes.
That's true.
But
That's
some
true.
people don't. Some
If
people, are, their job defines who they are.
So the burnout, you see.
Yeah, burnout.
Who are you? I'm a lawyer. Who
But
are
wouldn't you
I'm
say
a banker.
the same for us? Like our professions define who we are?
No, for me, no.
Oh, for me, totally. Like that's why it's dangerous.
No.
Let's say, touch wood, you lost your career one day, you would have.
But then I'm like, who is
Then who are
hiring?
you?
You're right.
Well, I think you need to start working on that
I
now.
know, that's the problem.
We're on the
that?
same boat.
Bro, I share the same sentiments as you because.
What is it?
No, that your work is your identity.
Yeah, because
Like, who
I
are
think
you outside of your work?
It depends on your work.
It's like say, oh, hi, nice to meet you, Kumar. Like, what do you, who are you?
Kumar.
Who are you, Kumar?
Kumar. Just Kumar.
But there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong. The main thing I wish is for corporate culture, for if bosses and workers were to communicate better, and bosses were to accept communication and consider rather than give excuses, then you have a better group of people who will be happy to work.
Okay, so yours is communication. Communication is for every work, marriage, relationship, any kind of relationship. Communication is very important. But my point is, okay, I think if you love what you do, I think even if you earn a little bit of money, I think at the end of it, like you say, you don't even feel like you're working because you are doing what you do. Like me, I love what I do, so I'm not a millionaire, but I'm very, 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 very happy. We end with that. Thank you very much for watching this episode. I'll see you in the next episode. Love you.